recording, start streaming, and then the Facebook should pop and go live. See if it's starting. Hopefully everything is back on. My computer is super quick, dude.
Cleaned out all that garbage from all the porn sites.
Well, you know what? Here's a funny thing. I put this on my mama that passed away, so you know I'm gonna tell the truth about it. I've never watched porn on this computer.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I got my phone for that. I mean, my phone, it takes 27 minutes to bring up Facebook, but my computer is quick.
No kidding.
No, I'm only kidding. Man, it is Monday. Monday after Mother's Day. We actually missed Mother's Day.
Yeah, that was last weekend.
Yeah. So to all my friends that are moms out there, because I know a couple moms listen to us. The MILFs love us.
Do they?
I don't know. Sounded good. Happy Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day. And we are back. We had, I went and I tried to turn on my computer last week and fired up. Everything was fine. And then I heard a buzz, like a loud buzzing coming from the speakers. And I'm like looking and there's nothing open. And then I went and I tried to click on something and half my screen went dark. It was weird because it wasn't like cut in half. It was almost diagonal. And it was like it was fading in and out. So I tried to restart it. Well, when it shut down, it just would not come back on. So I thought maybe, well, my battery pack or something's bad. So, because the green light would turn on and it would flash red twice. And so when I looked that up, it said not charging proper. So I went and I bought a $40 freaking charger. Come back, plug it in, didn't work. So I ended up taking it to the crew at a Decatur Computer, and he hooked me up.
Nice.
And we were going to try to do a show, what was it, Friday night, and I got home, I plugged in my computer, I plugged in my second monitor, I turned it on, everything popped up. I went to the Microsoft store, I downloaded everything that I needed, all my apps, because everything was cleared. It wouldn't let me open anything. I downloaded YouTube. I'd sit there and click on that thing for half an hour. Would not open. Well, I guess he forgot to install a few drivers. So he actually came and picked my computer up and dropped it back off. So that was super sweet.
Nice.
I got connects.
Apparently you do.
So we are back, and man, it's been me and Evan we had a few discussions before we went live that I kind of want to jump on real quick. The first is the models. Evan's messing with some models. And I didn't get to tell you this because we realized, it was 7 o'clock, but I went out to Big Lots not long ago. And I walked down, they actually got models there still.
By the way, he's talking about car models, not talking about
supermodels. Not supermodels. Me and Evan can't get those. We're talking about the model cars.
I can't get my hands on those.
No. Well, you almost can't these model cars either. $40 freaking.
It is crazy how much that has gone up. I mean, I hate to sound boomerish. I remember as a kid, models were, $4 and something
Yeah,
like that. But
4.99.
no, no, I don't buy. I rarely mess with, like, every couple years I get the itch. Mostly it's I want to duplicate something that I'm either trying to build or somebody has, or I get a weird itch, whatever. But yeah, you've got to go to like Hobby Lobby when they have, like, every other week. Hobby Lobby has like a lot of their stuff 40% off. They switch a lot of their stuff in their store. And then you got to get the online 40% off coupon. You know what I mean? You got to know how to buy these. It's crazy how, yeah, some of the model kits that people want big money for. I had no idea, just kind of getting back into it and getting on some Facebook sites. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
these people are really serious about too serious,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, where it's taken the hobby and completely made it, you got to have money to do it.
Well, it's just, well, it's like any other hobby. Some people just get so far into it, it's just supposed to be for fun. We're building toy cars. People act like they're depending on the thing to get them to work in the morning. You know what I mean? Like how serious this is to them, and
Yeah.
it's wild. It's like, hey man, you know what? This doesn't have to get your ass home.
No, no, at all. Yeah, there was one that was it was like an 86 F-150 Lightning. Remember that Lightning edition they came
Mhm.
out with? And they either did it in white or black. That was only two colors you could get. And I looked at it and I thought, man, that'd be a cool model to do. And I was like, I had to put my glasses on, man. I was like, I know I just read that wrong. Because I was like, it was $46. And I think I did find one that was around 26, but it was something stupid. But like all the drag cars and everything like that, and don't let it have a sponsor on it. Jesus.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Huh.
stupid. Now that is Hobby Lobby. So I'm maybe you can find them cheaper online. I don't know what they cost online. So it was the first time, I'm in Hobby Lobby. I see, cool stuff. I walk down the aisle.
Mhm. Um, no, it's funny, yeah, those model cars, like what it adds up to build one, but most of the time you can buy those, like I said, if you get the 40% off, or you shop around online somewhere with free shipping, you can get them like 20, 25 bucks. It depends. The thing is, I guess, since I've like looked at some of these models now, like there's some that they call like curb models, which is basically like if you just want to use them for a display, but they don't have like engines and things like that. And I was like, that was the cool part, that putting the engine block together, and building them, where they're just like they have interiors and they have, exteriors, but they don't have a lot of detail. There's not a lot of parts. And
Right.
so it's
Here's
weird. You have to really watch how you buy your kits.
Here's a 51 Chevy Bel Air on Amazon for $23.99. Then here's a 3,728 piece race car building kit and engineering toy for $118.99.
Oh yeah,
But
there's a
yeah,
range.
it looks like well, here's one. Here's one at Walmart. It's the Diora. It's a funny looking vehicle. They got a
Yeah, the DR concept vehicle. I remember
65
that.
Chevelle, the taco trike, $39.99 at Walmart. So you can get them cheaper on Amazon, it looks like, because here's a 67 Shelby GT and a 76 Chevy Sport step side. Yeah, so most of them on Amazon are looking like around $25.
It's interesting with model cars that now there's an aftermarket, which, getting back into now with how the internet has grown, that there's people 3D printing all kinds of stuff. So if you want to build a 69 Camaro, but you want to put, 20-inch modern rims on there, somebody makes, a rim and tire combination. You can order that, or you can order all these modern crate motors or twin turbo motors and everything, and you just detail them up and drop them in. It's weird that there's this aftermarket. You used to just have to kit bash. You
Right?
took the took the V8, took the 500 out of a caddy, and you stuffed it in a Chevette,
Yeah.
and you were having fun. Now it's just weird. It's a different hobby. I guess it reflects like hot rodding in general, where the old timers went to the junkyard and they got a body out of the junkyard and they got a engine out of a Cadillac or a Lincoln and a transmission out of something else, and they built a hot rod. Where now, everybody just orders parts from Jegs or Summit.
Right,
It's
right.
just it's interesting how hobbies evolve, but the paints and stuff now, like if you want to do like a paint job, like a new car or whatever, so you go to O'Reilly's and you want to get a can of ruby red metallic. You're like, damn, okay, now
Yeah.
that's half the price of the kit right there. Oh, don't forget, you need primer, and you need all the other stuff. So it's all the paraphernalia that comes along with it, that it's like, man, by the time you're done, you buy all this paint, you order rims and tires, you could easily have
You could buy an actual
75
car.
to 100, 75 to 100 bucks in something that's going to go sit on the shelf, and you've got rows of them.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's your hobby,
Well,
you know.
and then you brought up the paint, just like even if you go to O'Reilly's and buy that little kit that used to be $7 or $8 is like $45. That has like 10 or 20 different paints in it and shit.
I don't remember those.
Yeah, it's got all the paints like for to paint the engine, and it's the red, the silver, the little bottles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, the little brush on bottles.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's got
Yeah.
yeah, but
I do have some of those still, but yeah, those are kind of getting by the side because those testers has been bought out. And then a lot of the guys are really into airbrushing. You can
mm-hmm.
use all these acrylics, whatever you want from the hobby store, load it in your airbrush, and it's really cheap. I mean, you don't need much. You're buying a spray can that's like nowadays over $10,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's 3 ounces of actual paint. The rest of it's propellant and everything else you're buying. It gets expensive.
Oh, dude, I went and uh, for you that follow me on social media, I put some neons in the cab of my truck. I put some red neons. I did the fronts, and it looked really good. And then I opened the back door, and it was like, man, it's dark and lonely back there. So I went back and I got another set of neons for the back seats, and I put them on. And I was like, man, I want to get a little bit of super glue. Well, number one, I don't know if super glue is like gone, but I found Loctite. I found everything else except the original super glue. So I ended up,
Who? Yeah, it was like Duro or someone like that. But Loctite is super glue is good shit.
yeah, I know. That's what I ended up getting. But yeah, when I got up there and I did the self checkout, the thing went off. I had to show my ID to buy super glue. I turned and looked
Huh?
at that lady and I said, "What the fuck are kids doing with super glue that you got to start IDing?"
I
I
know they with paint, because of graffiti or dudes huffing.
who's
Um,
who's huffing super glue?
I didn't know there was any kind of restriction on that.
I didn't.
Man,
I didn't
that's
either. But yeah, sure shit. It was like I was like, I know these neon strips aren't, you know, 18 and
yeah.
over, and I was like, and she was like, yeah, I gotta see your ID. I was like, damn, for some super glue. I
All right. So you got your whorehouse truck all lit
I
up
got it.
red and
It's all red. It's beautiful. I want to
you,
drive with the doors open now. So I
you have
took,
red carpet, right?
yeah. Do what?
You have red carpet?
No, it's black, and it
Oh,
looks
it just
some.
looked red in the video because of the red light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm glad. I'm glad it's black because I think it kind of shines a little different. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool when you're driving and everything. You got
Oh,
it.
my Cutlass is red with black interior. I might have to do this.
I think you should, man. I think you should. I'm eventually. Right now, they plug into the. You plug it into the cigarette lighter. It's got an on and off switch, but it actually, when you buy the strips, it gives you the stuff where you can actually run wires to it. I think
Hmm.
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run a constant with a switch on the dash. but that's for another
Yeah.
time. But
Cool.
the second thing we were talking about is tea. We were talking tea,
Yeah.
and we were talking about. I always thought when you had tea at my house, you always thought it was super sweet.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't like that.
yeah, and I make mine a little less than Kim did. I think Kim was using maybe a cup and a quarter, and I used a little less than a cup. But like my grandma from down south, Jesus Christ, dude, she for a gallon of tea she put in like 2.5 cups of sugar.
Yeah, people down south are different about their tea. It's almost has to be like the German restriction on beer, where it has to be so thick with sugar. It's almost like a syrup, you know? It's I don't know how those people all do it and not become diabetics down there.
Now there is a lot of diabetes down in the south. That and no teeth.
Well,
And
that kind of
that's because
explains some
that, yeah,
things.
well, that fucking sugar, two and a half, 2.5 cups of sugar in a gallon of liquid.
Yeah.
That's pretty much that you just pretty much made corn syrup.
Yeah. If you were in West Virginia, they call it Appalachian mouth, but
It's from all that damn sweet tea.
yeah.
It is. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Claudia said 2 cups of sugar for her for 1 gallon. Man, that seems like a lot.
I don't know. I just can't do lots of sugar at all, period.
See, I love my Pepsi, man. That is one bad thing I wish I could get away from, but I love Pepsi, man.
No, Pepsi's too sweet. Coke has more of that bite, that burn. If I was going to pick either one, it would be a Coke. Pepsi's just way too sweetness.
Claudia, do you use tea bags when you make it? Yeah, I'll tell you exactly how I make mine. I get the family size tea bags, and I'm not a Lipton guy. I'm a Louisiana guy or whatever that shit's called. What I forgot. It starts with the L. Um, I take 4 of those, and I take a little saucepan, and I put it in that water. I'll bring that to a boil, and then I'll cover it and let it steep for about a half hour or so. And then I pour that over my sugar. I mix that real well. Then I'll add cold water while I'm stirring the whole time. And that's how I make my iced tea. Ta-da! That's my iced tea recipe.
Huh.
No,
I make iced green tea.
no, we're not talking about tea bagging, Skeller.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
I guess we kind of are. I use 4 of them, and sometimes if I don't know, every once in a while I'll throw that fifth one in if I want it, because I like my tea a little dark. And why I don't use a lot of sugar, I like to taste the tea. And to me, when you put that much sugar in it, when you go 2.5 cups, man, you ain't tasting no tea. You're drinking sugar water. You might as well
Right.
eliminate the tea.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on my tea. I don't like a lot of sugar in my tea. But well, Evan, let's grab a little funny news stories. We'll read some.
Hold on, I was going to talk
Okay,
about something. Have you followed any of the stuff with Taylor Swift? Her concert, her
no,
tour?
no, I'm not a. Believe it or not, not a huge Taylor Swift fan.
I know nothing more about her than she's a female singer, and she's very popular. But I couldn't believe this the other day, or was this about a week ago? Her tour start. I don't know if she started this, but she played in the Philly at a stadium. She had packed in more people. She did 3 nights. No one has done what she has done, and at this concert, tickets were going up to $10,000.
Stupid.
there were
Stupid.
20,000 people showed up outside of her concerts and were singing along. And I don't even know they were singing. I don't even know if they could hear from over the top of the arena or if they were just singing her song. But there were 20,000 people couldn't afford the tickets, showed up anyway. This is insane. I mean, I don't follow Hollywood shit, but I'm just amazed at this. I mean, I had to look up. This woman's making 100 million a year.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn. I
she's
think.
worth like half. She's worth half a billion, and she's making 100 million a year.
Well, I tell you what, if she starts supporting our podcast and kicking a little bit our way, I will start listening to Taylor Swift's music. I'll
I
jam that shit in the truck with the neons on and the windows down. Come on, Taylor, hit us up.
Everybody's got a price. We just found yours.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You start talking billions. Uh,
I'm just amazed at how like and everyone's what you get from reading memes. That's really all I know about her. All her songs are about breakup. I don't know. It's like it's just amazing this attraction that's a singer. I'm just amazed that she has pulled in more than any other artist has. This volume of ticket sales. Anyway, I thought it
yeah.
was funny. Oh, and I wanted to add Vicky's son, a friend of his sister's getting married, and for her wedding, he got them Taylor Swift tickets.
Wow.
Not for her and her fiance, soon to be husband, to go. For him and his sister to go, he got, and dude, he paid for them.
Yeah. Now, see,
Oh,
look, man, there's nobody that I like that much. Nobody. There's not. If somebody said, Alan, if you could pay $10,000 even to hang out with them for a freaking day, I wouldn't do it, dude. There is nobody that I care about that freaking much. And especially
no.
just to go and listen to songs that I've already heard for two
I'm
hours with 20,000 people. And, you got to stand in line to go pee. The hot dogs are probably 14, $15. You want to buy a t shirt, you got to, take out a loan, you
Oh, I
know.
know you'd want to get a Taylor Swift T-shirt if you went.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. I think Taylor Swift's all right. I don't know what the fascination is. I mean, like I said,
No,
I think she's okay. I don't think her voice is the greatest. Uh,
no. I mean, hats off to her. I wish I could do the
yeah,
same in a way,
yeah.
kind of. But I don't understand this level of
I don't either.
but
They,
hey, to each his own. I don't want. I'm not a hater.
and I think you got a big machine backing her. You got the music industry backing her because she started off country and then they turned her pop and she kind of bounces back and forth. But yeah, I just
It's what sells.
yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah, and
I
good for her because I think she ended up buying. She ended up. I don't. Did she get all of her? Oh, what do they call it? Oh, what the bands that like their music?
royalty.
No, not royalty. Does it? Damn it! Oh, you own all your. Damn it!
You're right. You're
Yeah, but there's a word they got for it, and I can't think of it. But it's pretty much the licensing and everything uh, for her music. I know at one time she had management, and somebody had bought the rights to her or her back catalog.
okay.
They bought her catalog, and I want to say she got it back. I think she paid quite a bit.
Hmm.
So she had to re-record all her songs. Oh, okay. Yeah, because there's something. It's weird. That music industry, man. That is you can actually get into some YouTube videos about
Uh-huh.
the music industry and what they do to some of them artists that kind of don't read the fine print, or they're struggling, starving artists that what you flash a little bit of money in front of their face and they take that, but then they don't get anything on the back end.
Yeah, the music industry been screwing,
Oh yeah.
especially like the old blues musicians from like the 50s and 60s, they sold them out and those guys retired with nothing. They didn't own all their rights to their stuff. And um, yeah, the music industry, it's, well, like V-Shaped Mind, what happened with them?
Yeah.
They were a local band from Decatur and they got a hit on the radio and the music or the record company, really promoted them and everything. And it just pulled all the money it could out of them and then just kind of left them hanging. And
Yeah.
it just, they're backstabbing, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, we got all the sales we're going to get out of you for now. So, we're done, and something's got to sell so many 100 million copies to be some kind of success. That's not fair.
Um, and if you really want to, if you don't know what me and Evan talking about the music industry and everything, go watch that. I think it's on YouTube. There's a documentary about one of the hottest women's R&B groups in the '90s, TLC.
Hmm.
They had hits on the radio at the same time and did not have a penny. They were struggling.
Really?
Yeah, them girls should be loaded, and they're not because they signed a bad record deal. And
I had no
yeah,
idea.
yeah, you really got to watch it. And that goes for anything, because I know my stepdad invented a tool, for what he does, and he went and he tried to, he tried to go through and get the patent and then start selling it to other companies. Well, what had happened was another company, saw his idea. Boom. They switch it up a little and they got the marketing behind them. They can make it a lot cheaper. So, I mean, he had something that could have made him very rich. And then
Hmm.
somebody that already has the money, and they can take a loss for a while. They can take a loss for a year or two and not have to worry about a profit. If they see it further down the line. But
Hmm. They'll
it,
they'll run you down. They'll wear
yeah,
you out.
yeah, it's crazy. So be careful if you ever get money, just realize there's about a million people that are trying to get you out of that money.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that. I just have to worry about Ameren and Xfinity and Verizon and
They want their
Geico.
money. Yeah, they want
uh,
theirs.
let's hit some headlines, Evan. If any of these sound, if you have any questions on any of these, feel free and I'll open them up. But we're just going to go by the headlines for now. Sausage maker scraps vegan bangers because customers don't want them.
Yeah.
Dude, I I think what it is you had this big push on people becoming vegan because it was supposed to help uh, the climate or whatever, and I think people are like, no, I don't think that's gonna work, but whatever. But yeah, it's a few of these people that get real loud and want stuff like this, and then when they get it, they don't want it.
Yeah, I mean you can't yeah, exactly. It's supply and demand and you can't sell something to somebody they
Yeah,
don't want.
yeah,
As far as vegans, I understand
I do
behind,
too.
the behind it. I've watched some of those documentaries that make you, that make you think kind of, the forks over knives and things like that and Food Inc. Um, but I don't know anyone who becomes vegan does it forever. I
Yeah,
don't know if they ever do it long term.
I think I know one person that's probably done it over 15 years, maybe 20. But I mean, as far as everybody else, no, they went back to the meat. Now
I think most typically do.
I will tell you something funny. I don't eat a lot of red meat right now because I want a mini cow. I want one of these mini cows, dude. If you've never, I know I've said this on this show before, but if you've never seen a mini cow, just go to YouTube and search mini cows. They are the cutest damn things. And this one couple, uh, they got one that acts like a dog, and it brings like other animals home. And it's like, damn, yeah, I
I'm sure
want.
they're fun.
Oh, dude. There's this one, Evan. Beijing, China. Man arrested for airdropping naked photos of himself to strangers.
Oh, you can do that? I guess you can, can't you?
Now we know what Evan's doing this weekend.
Damn technology. Don't tell that to the kids
Now, is
at
that
the junior high.
that airdropping? Is that like an iPhone thing only, or can I
I don't
airdrop?
know. If somebody's on the same network or whatever, it goes to them. I don't know how it works.
Huh? I don't know.
Y-
Overdue.
You, you,
Go
hmm?
ahead.
No,
Oh, overdue book returned nearly 100 years late to California Library.
that happens.
It was one of the first books available back when the library was a subscription service.
A subscription?
Uh, yep,
Huh.
that's what it says. The book's title, you ask? A History of the United States. That'd be an
Hmm.
interesting book to read now.
Yeah. Uh,
Uh, yeah, this is one thing that kind of scares me about AI. AI and social media used to manipulate 500 billion in the stock market.
oh, think about that. You have a bunch of bots telling everybody, "Oh, don't buy this product," and then then you buy shorts on that stock, and I bet, I'm sure it's easy to do.
Man.
The sheep, man, the sheep go every direction you push them.
Yeah, yeah. Florida man leads police chase using a stolen fire truck.
I did see a clip of that. Yeah, we did see part of that, but didn't get to see the end of it. But yeah, this dude running, and it was the police chase. It looked like the Blues Brothers movie.
Uh,
How
it
many cop cars were behind it?
it was a 2.5 hour pursuit, Evan. It started on
Um,
North Miami Beach at 6:30 p.m. Continued on the I-95. The pursuit came to an end around 9 p.m. and uh, Boynt, Boynton, Boynton Beach. Hmm.
How did it end? Was it bad?
No, it said he was taken into custody without any further incidents occurring. He is currently held in the Palm Beach County Jail on $7,500 bond. That's
Oh
cash if you
man,
want to go bail him out.
no, that's crazy. I figured when I saw that, I'm like, okay, they're going to give him stealing government property. That's instant felony. They're going to give him reckless, driving. Um, um, all kinds of, they're going to throw the
Oh
books at this
yeah.
dude, like every little violation they can. I'm like, this guy's going to be put away for a while. If
Oh
you do
dude,
something at that level, I would think you would be.
every stop sign that he ran, you know, that I mean, you can if you do that on purpose, I mean, phew,
Yeah. Because if there's a fire somewhere, they need that truck, possibly. That's public endangerment.
yeah,
They could really, really, there's lawyers involved and then they negotiate shit, but I imagine that dude did some time for a while. I would think they would.
right.
That's a no-no. You just don't hijack a fire truck.
It sounds fun. I mean, you know, play with the lights and stuff like that. But yeah, like Evan said, you do not do that. This next one,
Oh
Evan.
yeah.
This
Be a
next
fun
one.
story to tell like 30 years later at a party.
Right.
And I did 12 years in Joliet. No.
Right. This next one, Evan, we're actually going to have a picture of. And this was in right here. I'm not going to play the story. I just want to show you the picture. There's a catfish. Looks like a city worker right there. Well, he was flushing out fire hydrants when this catfish become lodged in their which I got so many questions about.
That's possible?
That's exactly what I'm thinking because isn't that supposed to be I don't know.
It's city water.
It's treated. You would
It's
think
city
it
water is.
right. I don't know how that catfish would live in all that chlorine. Because, I mean, unless they don't use chlorine there, unless their water, you know, their water's that clean coming out of the ground or wherever they get their water.
I just can't imagine it got that far in the first
I
place.
know. And that's a big catfish. I mean, he's got both hands around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that's a maybe a good 1.5, 2 pounder.
It looks large, yeah.
Yeah, I think it
Impressive.
is. Man, he's tough. I give him that.
Modern, species, adapt, overcome and survive. It's
Ooh,
evolution, I guess.
dang, we might have to watch a little bit of this video, Evan. Maybe if it comes up, I'll have to see you. This is a mass keying. Woman keys over 400 cars at I'm not even going to try to say that name, a Canadian dealership.
Wow.
Now, come on, man. Why are you doing? Oh, man. Yeah, hold on. Let me get this up. See if I can. Oh, yeah, there we go. This here. We're going to show you part of this story, folks. Just give me 1 second. That's a woman?
Don't assume anything these days.
I know.
You know better.
Okay, here we go. And so right there, we're seeing, yeah, it looks like a dude. Just walking up and keying them. Oh,
Really?
man, that was a good one on that black car.
Oh, no. Why?
Just walking in.
Okay, that's vandalism, all right. Why are they doing this?
Man, some pretty trucks, too. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Figured these days about $1,000 a panel to repaint.
That didn't show, did it?
So far, it hasn't.
Oh, well, okay. Because I didn't transition it over. So here we go, folks. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Why? Yeah, there you go. Now you'll be seeing. She walks up to every vehicle and just puts a big old scratch on it. Now,
does he own a body
if
shop
you
or
look
something?
down there, look at that scratch. Oh, at the bottom. Oh, that's a good question, Evan. Just
They
think
can
if
bring
you,
them.
yeah, if you were the only body shop in town.
Dude probably drives around in a Zamboni in the winter too, trying to drum up business.
Right. Man,
People slide
business,
into shit left and right.
man,
Hey, come see me.
everything's been slow. Oh,
What a
people, man.
dickhead.
Yeah, that was a dick move. Bank of England economist, Britons need to accept that they are poor.
We all need to accept it.
Yeah, just
Just go
accept
ahead and
it. You
accept
know,
it.
you're working your ass off. Fuck it. Fuck it. Long Island woman strips, runs around McDonald's parking lot.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. People are okay with being called poor. They just don't want to be called slaves. That's just one step up. Do you realize that?
You know what?
Oh, I'm willing to accept that. Just don't call me a slave.
And I know this guy, a lot of people don't like him. Um, and some of the shit he says, I think he says it as a troll move. But that Andrew Tate, he did have something that just kind of stuck with me one day that I saw him say. And he said, back then, he said, if you were a slave, you got free room and board and free food. And he says, now you go and you work for these rich people. And he says, you're giving all your money to them for what? For room and board.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, if you don't have anything left.
No. And I'm sorry, but there's not too many people that are putting a lot of money away. You know, right now. Nobody. I mean, unless you're making, you know, that's what amazes me is when you see these polls and everything about the economy and everything. It's like 37% polled said the economy is strong and doing fine. Where the fuck are you? What are you making? Because it ain't that way on my end. I'm going to the grocery store looking at a little ball of mozzarella cheese for $6.
It's crazy right now. Oh yeah, food's just going up and up. Everything is. It's yeah, vehicles and no, inflation is far outweighing what, wages.
Right, right. Uh, no way, another one. Well, no, yeah. Chipotle order turns violent and caught on camera melee. Okay, last time it was sour cream. Let me see what the ingredients was. It
People are volatile. What is going on?
in a video shared by Fox 5 DC this week, a man is seen hurling ingredients, other display objects, and even the register at an employee making food for him. The employee, who did not wish to be identified, said she had started making the tacos for the man when the customer attempted to reach across the counter to grab the food. She believed he was trying to steal the food from her.
Oh, he's gonna do a snatch and grab.
So why try to hurt her? You know, and
Yeah.
throw all the stuff that you did, because this isn't. I don't want you to think that this is some old homeless person that needs it. This looks like a young punk fucking kid.
People need to chill out.
No, I don't think so. I think people need to get fucking tough. And I think it's about time for good Americans to fucking stand up. And when we start seeing this shit, say, nah, it ain't happening. It's almost like that Marine in New York that's being charged with manslaughter for choking this fucking guy. I don't think he should be getting charged. Nobody on the subway thinks this guy should be getting charged because they felt threatened by the guy that was saying he doesn't care if he goes back to jail. He doesn't care if he dies. This guy put him in a chokehold. He rolled over a couple times to relieve it. and the guy ends up dying. You know,
Yeah.
that guy didn't mean to kill that guy, but he was
No.
trying, he was protecting people. And
Sure, I got you there.
I, it's a shame it happened, and it's a tragedy all around. The guy, number one, he's on a list in New York as one of the top 50 dangerous homeless people. Why is he just on a list? Why didn't the last time that guy got arrested, cuz I'm sure he's got a huge rap sheet. Why didn't they do something? Instead
They,
of instead what you're doing is you're letting these mentally dangerous criminals run around the streets homeless.
yeah, we've absolutely defunded all these. You know,
But how? Because look, dude, the US, okay, a day takes $400 billion in taxes. A day.
uh-huh.
Why are we defunding shit? But yet we're sending our money over to fight wars that we have no idea even if they're being fucking fought.
That's a lot of money laundering over there. I don't know. It's something silly is happening
Yeah,
that
yeah, dude, and
we
it's
don't want
like,
to know.
yeah, and I'm not saying that we don't have people over there, but I want to see receipts on this shit. And if you're an American citizen, you should want to see the receipts also,
Yeah.
because something ain't right. That we're always in a fucking war. We've been in a war since I was fucking born. We've been in some kind of conflict. We've been
Yeah, we're good at it.
either sending weapons to somebody, or we're actually in the war fighting, or something. I mean, ever since 50 fucking years of just nothing but war. And, I hate to bring this up again because we have brought it up on this show, but 2 days before the 9/11 attacks, Donald Rumsfeld, you can find it, set right there and says we cannot account, the Pentagon cannot account for $3.2 trillion. This was in 2001. And then 2 days later, boom, an airplane hits the Pentagon, supposedly where the accounting buildings were.
Yeah. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Building number 7
Yeah,
too.
but they keep
Lots of offices in there.
but they keep us fighting over dumb shit.
Well, that's true. Yes. All the time.
Woman
They
accused of
just push a narrative and spin it left or right.
Yeah.
And we argue about it and,
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat.
Well, and the shit that they have us arguing about isn't the shit we should be arguing about, because they don't want you to see exactly, behind the curtain. It's a Wizard of Oz theory with me.
Yeah.
Woman accused of animal abuse after piling melted butter on a dog's food.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Dog likes his melted butter. No. Why is that? Was that necessary?
I don't know. I've never put butter on. I mean, that's probably not too good for a dog. That's a lot of cholesterol. But
Yeah.
I don't know. That's in the UK, so I just seen that. It's on the Mirror.
That's an odd charge, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if they could do that here. I mean, at least you're feeding your dog. But I don't know
Yeah.
why you would want a fat dog like that, unless it's man. We got to see what kind of dog this is, because if it
I can't.
is, if it's like a working dog or something like that,
Yeah, how much butter? I mean, I can't imagine getting arrested, getting butter for my mom's popcorn, like you're under arrest. You could, you put butter on her popcorn. I'm like, she asked for it, she likes it that way.
here we go, Evan.
How much butter are we talking?
A woman has been accused of animal abuse after piling melted butter in her dog's food, but she insists it's perfectly healthy. The mother insisted there's nothing wrong with it, adding that she only did it when her dogs wouldn't eat. But the daughter was doubtful as the pooches were ballooning in size. Now, okay,
That's a
mother
problem.
the mother even continued to feed dogs butter after uh, one of them suffered a heart attack and died. Okay.
Is she getting cheap butter somewhere? Because I've been to the store lately, or I've looked at the receipt.
She says I have his brother. They are large dogs. My dog, his brother, weighs 82.8 pounds. My mom's dog, however, weighs 176 pounds. Yeah, yeah, you're abusing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
you're
something wrong.
overfeeding. Yeah. Uh, when my daughter questioned about her, oh, I do that when they won't eat. Well, if they don't eat, that means they're not hungry.
Yeah,
Just like us. They're
true.
not dumb dogs.
Right. You're correct.
Anyway, yeah, maybe uh I'm kind of with that. I wasn't with it at first, but after reading that story, I can see that.
Yeah, there's no reason to do that. And like I said, butter isn't cheap.
No, no. Avis charged a customer $6,000 after claiming she drove a rental car 23,000 miles in 3 days.
23,000. How's that possible?
I
No
don't.
way.
Yeah, it can't
No
be.
way in hell.
There is absolutely no way. It's impossible.
No. That's some
Uh,
good. I mean, the people have done some years ago. They're guys would rent cars and run like Cannonball Run and stuff.
here
Put thousands of miles on them in a day.
she told MSNBC she drove between the airport downtown Toronto to Kitchener, Ontario, where she visited her mother-in-law. She estimated in total that she drove 186 miles.
Yeah, we got an accounting error.
Yeah. Yeah, 22,668 miles at a rate of 25 cents per mile. Oh, I'd be so pissed.
Can I borrow your car?
Bear attack on angler suspected after human head found in Japanese lake.
Ooh,
Yeah, you know what?
nasty.
I tell you what, that's the one thing that I do like about the state that I'm in. I don't like a whole lot about the state that I'm in. But the one thing I do like is we don't have bears and we don't have like bobcat. We do have bobcats and a few mountain lions. I think they're a little further south or north. But here in the Midwest, they're not real. I think we got coyotes. We got quite a few of those. We got red foxes that'll, I've had a red fox come up on me when I've been fishing out in the woods and stuff like that. But that's a good thing. I've never had to worry about a bear.
Yeah. Or we really don't have really dangerous snakes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I mean, we do have the water moccasins, but I mean, you can usually spot them pretty easily.
hmm.
Austrian train plays Hitler speech over loudspeaker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Bad idea.
yeah,
Why?
but yeah, that guy is fired from his job now. He thought it would be a funny prank, Evan.
Yeah. Should enjoy your last day.
Two busted after drugs fall from freight pregnancy belly during I-85 stop.
That's a
Oh,
good one.
oh, we got to get into this one. Uh, South Carolina deputies announced on Mother's Day they busted two people with drugs, including a woman who hid cocaine in a fake rubber pregnancy belly.
Nice job.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it says how many. Deputies said the woman appeared pregnant, but they soon became suspicious of the couple. The first red flag began when the two gave conflicting information about her due date. Oh, shit. 1,500 grams of cocaine in the fake belly, Evan. They was going to do some partying.
It's about 3 pounds of coke. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let's see. There are a few more. We might just save those. We'll see if our buddy Dave has done anything. He sure has.
How big was your baby? 1,500 grams.
1,500 grams with a street value of $100 a gram. That's a pretty nice baby. That was
Shit.
strange and funny news from around the world, folks. And we ended every week with Dave Moreland's Bozo Criminal of the Day. And this one is coming from Raymond, Maine, where a man offered up a 2006 GMC Yukon Denali for sale on Facebook Marketplace. He quickly received a cash offer for more than the asking price. Sounds good, right? Wrong.
Mhm.
If the person doing the offering is a bozo or a bozo presented the seller with an envelope full of cash and walked quickly to the SUV and drove away. Why do you think he ran so fast to the SUV and drove away, Evan?
That envelope was full of Monopoly money.
And Evan, you win $1 for your trivia tonight. The cash was fake bills used as movie props. The seller gave chase and also called the cops, who quickly pulled over the bozo. He offered the excuse that he had just been paid and didn't realize the money was fake.
These $100 bills look strange and they all have the same serial number.
Dude,
Huh.
now I'm going to tell you a quick story. I know we're going to go over a little bit, folks, but it's okay. We were gone last week. I got to work one day last week, and one of the first things I do is I grab a blower and I clean off our front walk because it's kind of in a wind tunnel there. So it's like every day, it's an everyday thing. So I'm sitting there, and when I blew under this plant rack, I saw something, and money catches my eye. You know, I think it does everybody. You see money out of the corner of your eye, you're like, what the fuck was that? Or I turned around on the road because I thought I saw a bill. And so I lean down and pick it up. It's $100 bill. And my heart starts beating. I'm like, oh my God. And then on the back, somebody had taken a bunch of fake bills, a bunch of hundreds, 50s, and 20s. And it says fake money. But on the back, they have handwritten all these, anti immigration shit and just a bunch of shit like that. And it's like, to me, I was like, look, I might have agreed with you, but you just pissed me off thinking I found $100 bill, and now I got to read this bullshit. So even if it's something I agree with, fuck you and your fake $100 bill. Man, I thought I was going to be eating steak and shrimp that night.
Oh, man.
I was so and then they were all over the parking lot. So he must have just went through and I went by and picked them all up and threw them away. I didn't want anybody else reading his bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got one more before we get out of here. This bozo comes from Alpena, Michigan, where Mr. Carter made a quick stop at the local Walmart. As you are no doubt aware, actual checkout lanes manned by actual humans are few and far between these days. So he headed for the self checkout, scanned his items, reached into his pocket, grabbed his wallet, paid for his items, and left. All good, right, Evan?
Mm-hmm.
Not quite. When it seems he reached into his pocket for his wallet, a small baggie containing a white powder fell out. Using his credit card information, he was soon tracked down and busted and charged with possession of cocaine.
Wow.
You know what's funny? He was probably so coked up already that he probably was tearing his vehicle apart looking for that baggie.
Probably. Then the cops show up at the door.
Yes, they tracked him down. Which come on, Walmart, you ain't gotta be snitching. You ain't gotta
That's
be.
cold.
Yeah, but yeah, if a kid would have picked that up, that would have been bad. I do want to. I think we did do this story. Remember the ruby slippers worn by Judy Garland were stolen. Remember we did that story?
What? No. Okay.
Okay, but the guy was caught in North Dakota, and he was indicted.
Was he trying to sell them on eBay or something?
Yes, I think he was. But
They'll
anyway,
never catch me this way.
Yeah. Evan, you got anything? I mean,
no, I had written down some just notes over the last week. I'm trying to think anything. Oh, we report on those fishermen who put a bunch of steel weights on their fish. They got 10 days in jail.
Oh yeah, that's good too. And I think they're barred from ever fishing a sanctioned
again.
Sanctioned tournament. And I think there's even some states that have made sure they will never get a hunting or fishing license again.
Cold. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we need to do something like that.
Yeah, if you're gonna cheat, but it just goes to show you. That's why I don't trust like sports and shit like that. Because I mean, if motherfuckers are cheating on fishing tournaments, you can't tell me this other. Evan, I did see one last story that I'm going to end our show with tonight. Springfield, Colorado. Colorado man tries to trade places with his dog to avoid DUI arrest.
Dog was driving.
I told him he was swerving. Man.
He gets wagging his tail and he can't keep it between the lines.
Oh, my God.
He loves to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, sir. You're going to jail.
Yeah. Well, Evan, tell these beautiful people goodbye till next week.
Oh, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Thanks for your patience after we come back after a 2-week absence. Anyway, have a wonderful week. Beautiful weather, and at least here.
Yeah. And I'm really
good.
I'm starting to think that buzzing that I was blaming you for, saying it was on your side, I think it was actually my side because I did not hear one little peep.
Oh, cool. So, I did have my microphone on. I didn't have it on last week, but yeah.
Yeah.
Got everything.
Yeah.
So we're good to go.
Evan last week, and I didn't really realize it, and then I kind of went and listened to the show that, not last week, but it would have been the week before. Evan did not have his microphone turned on. He was talking right into it, but the microphone from his computer was picking it up. So, yeah, that was pretty funny.
Or it just passes through or something. I don't know what it was. But
No,
anyway, I hope I sound better.
Yeah, you do. You sound a lot better. A lot more bass and everything. But thank you, everybody that came in and checked us out. And we will... I don't know. It might be Tuesday next week. because Memorial Day is Monday.
Oh,
So,
it is. Okay.
yeah, so we might not do it on a holiday. You enjoy that day with your family, and we will see you Tuesday night for next week's show, and then the following week will be Monday. So anyway,
Sounds
gang,
good.
D-Town gang, we love you. Peace. Be good to one another.
Later.